What up? What's the deal? Mm-hmm. Get a little caption up there. Okay, get that out there. And let me switch up the. Hmm. What have I done? Okay, there we go. Mm, this works. That works. Go there. Okay, we cooking. I don't know what's going on with my chat doc though. Like, what is going on? Why is it blank? If it ain't one thing, it's another. Hmm. What is this? Damn. Okay, that should work there. Let me pop this out. My chat acting up. Let's see if that works now. Hopefully that works. Who's that? Tiffany said good morning. Good morning. Yo, and put yo in there and see what that do. Okay, we back. All right. Man, sometimes I have technical difficulties. Getting better on the fly, getting this shit done. Definitely is. All right. Yes. Sunday was weird, right? Sometimes Sundays can be weird. Maybe it'll be some days I might take off. Who knows? I don't know. We do got 9 games today. My, let me. Actually, let me go to the weather. Go to the weather here. It's a weather link up here, and I'll leave that right there. Well, I need to enter in tournament real quick. So I'm playing. I don't play a lot of big slates, but I'll do a smaller slate. So I will be betting this one, fantasy DFS. So let me set me an entry in there. Reserve without a lineup. Okay, Tiff. Hey, Ed, what's going on? All right. Oh yeah, let me pin this post here. Moving a little slow this morning, but I did look over some things last night to make up for it. Yes, I did. Pin that. Keyshawn. Keyshawn Harris. What's up? Say, which games are going over tonight? Funny you should ask that. Last night I bet. I'm sure tell you right now. I took two overs last night. Now, uh, I took uh, I took a team total over for Seattle Mariners. Crossed my fingers on that. Team total over 4.5 at plus money. I like the bats. I like what I seen there. And I did take the over 10. I think I could have got a better number for this Yankees game, but I did take the over 10. Those are the only two bets. Seeing like you're reading my mind, sir. You're reading my mind, bro. Like, what's up with you, man? Gotta watch you. Gotta watch you. Gotta watch you, man. Only two bets I made last night was two overs. But it's the weather. You know what time it is, Keyshawn. See, some people be looking for overs for to determine when they're gonna where the runs where you think runs gonna be put up at and stuff like that. That's what I like. I like it for a lot of things. All right. Weather: Texas at Baltimore. Big heat wave hitting the East Coast means game temperatures pushing near 100 in Baltimore. Winds are almost dead calm, but all that heat is boosts the bats. This applies to basically every game east of Mississippi. Atlanta, New York, Mets. Warm, humid, winds blowing out the left near 10 miles an hour. Solid hitting weather. I like things in that game. New York Yankees at Cincinnati. Hot and muggy. At Great American Small Park. I really like this, right? I really like that. Arizona at Chicago White Sox. I can't express to you how disappointed I am to see the White Sox have a homestand, but the Cubs are on the road for the next few days. This weather is decent at Rate Field, hot and humid with winds blowing right to left across the field. But if Wrigley was on the board, it would be another 8 homer, 20 run game right here, right? So, it is what it is. But Chicago is in St. Louis right here. Hot, humid, winds very gently out to left, right? So, man, it is what it is. Um, at the end of the day here, we got some good weather across the board. So that means bats. Last night, I do look at strikeouts and I do look at other things and stuff like that. Did not, I don't think strikeout matchups. I mean, Swellenbach, but do I want to bet strikeouts? I don't know in that game. We'll see. I can look a little bit further. Um, Jackson, my AI companion. If you guys know, you know. If you know, you know. They went 2 for 5 on home runs just today. Uh, uh, Probably I don't know what they did for the lines. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't bet the lines today. I love each and every last one of their home run bets. I mean, how could you not? But Kyle Raleigh, they like Kyle Raleigh, right? You like this tool? You can use this tool. First of all, you can use this tool for free, right? You get X amount. I think you get 5 free prompts to Ask Jackson, or you can use my code, right? Dee Bets all capital 25. You can see it on my short videos. You can see it everywhere. I post a video in the morning, stuff like that. Hey, you can ask it anything, man. You can ask it anything pertaining to what we got going on here in the sports betting world. Um, I mean, or you can get a $10 plan. We have Plus EV available now, so that's really really good for people who like to attack the Plus EV market. Lot less research if we like tackling the Plus EV market. So it is what it is. But back to where we were. Cal Raleigh, a bomb, right? Goldsmith, I really like Goldsmith today. Really like Goldsmith today, man. Anytime he's facing the lefty, I love it, right? He's got a few bombs off Lodolo, so it is what it is. Lodolo at home too in the heat. Oh my God, Buxton looks so good today. This is one of the days I really agree with Jackson. So um, you know, because I did look at a lot of games early. James Wood looks phenomenal today, and Judge is just Judge, right? I probably won't be betting him unless I find something different, like two RBIs or something like that. So before we move, and I have to keep bringing that up every time because people need to understand. Now, NBA is over with, and people need to understand that there's more than one way. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, to skin his cat and to profit. You know, so let's go to batter props real quick. Let's go to RBIs. First of all, let's go to home runs. Right. So when we see a game like this one right here. So we do expect bombs to get hit up in this game here. Now let's not get twisted, right? Let's not get it twisted, right? We do expect bombs to get hit in this game here. A lot of them too, right? So Judge home run plus 160, Stanton's plus 185. I like both of those guys. I like a lot of those guys in this game. But I haven't looked at the RBIs. Take a look at the RBIs here. Um, hmm, So you get some value, right? For Judge, two RBIs plus 295, right? One RBI for minus 105, 295. That's more than a home run. Okay. You got you say, oh, I've been stopped the NBA straight up. I've been stopped the NBA. I ain't even gonna lie. I've been stopped the NBA, but I was dabbling here and there on some live bets and stuff like that. But yeah, um, yeah. So you know, I like to look at the when the lineups come out. That's major key for me. Uh, so I can see where everybody's at in the lineup. I would think Goldsmith's going to be leading off today. I would think so. You know, if we do get somebody like a Goldsmith leading off, Judge will be right behind them. Maybe we'll see where they'll put Judge at, and we'll explain. We'll see. We're going to be ready to talk about this game in a second, but I just had to throw that out there. You know what I'm saying? Bombs is not always in. We love them, but we we try to get money other ways. Like I said, you get two RBIs for Judge as 295, three RBIs for Judge is plus 750, and so on and so forth. He doesn't have to be the one to get you multiple RBIs. There's other people who can do it too. You might get Stanton in a cleanup spot or something like that. He can get you a couple bomb RBIs. We got a lefty lefty matchup. We do know that Cody Bellinger has lefty lefty splits. One RBI for him is plus 165. Two RBIs for him is plus 600. Right? We'll revisit this game in a second, but I have to let you know that traffic on the bases equals money, man. Straight up, straight up. Traffic on the bases equals money. Before I start here, I would have to, I just want y'all to realize it, right? Because you're gonna see a lot of people that's been playing that's gonna turn to baseball today, man. You know what I'm saying? So looking at a game like this, I had multiple bombs. Let's take a look at this box score for this Minnesota game right here, right? This was over under 9.5 yesterday, right? So um I like to bet hits, runs, and RBIs, things like that. So uh, you know, looking at the Brewer side right here. Freelick had an RBI. All the RBIs was plus money, right? Not, less known RBI. We were talking about hits, runs, and RBIs. Freelick had four. Uh, Churio had two. Four for Yelich. Yelich's been on fire. Contreras had three. Two for Hoskins. Everybody on the team hit their hits, runs, and RBIs. Let's put it like that. Okay, everybody on the team. Buxton. He ended up having two, five, seven hits, runs, and RBIs. DraftKings let you go up to five. FanDuel let you go up to five. Bet365 let you go up to eight hits, runs, and RBIs. Okay. Larnick, Clemens didn't get there. Brown didn't get there. Okay. But the usual suspects, France had six hits, runs, and RBIs. Lee had six hits, runs, and RBIs. Larnick had three. Warner had two. Buxton had what 7, right? So um, three people on the team had multiple RBIs. Just when you know they're getting ready to put up runs, you know. Other things you can look at is in MLB is you like to bet home runs. You can bet the team. You can bet the combo home runs that they have. FanDuel, DraftKings have those. You also can bet the team home runs, right? FanDuel opens up this market once the lineups come out. So once the lineups come out, you can bet how many over under home runs are going to be hit in that specific game. You know what I'm saying? You can take them no, you can take the over under what they set it at. So, it is what it is, right? And then the last thing, last but not least, there's a ton of different ways that you could, bet and alternate bet. You know what I'm saying? They DraftKings to give you the business. I mean, give you the opportunity to. I probably said this yesterday, but alter hits allowed, right? They also give you the opportunity to alter earn runs allowed. Okay, they also give you that option. They also give you the option to alter walks allowed, right? Let you go up 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 walks allowed, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Then you got either player props, then you got got a lot of stuff, right? So it's a lot of ways to make some money. If you're looking for a minus 110 all the way up to a million odds. It's a lot of things, a lot of ways to skin a cat here, okay? And build a bankroll. All right. So that's that. Um, all right. Um, it does require you have to expand that bankroll though sometimes, but it is what it is. Game Day Insights is a tool that I'm using. You guys already know. A little bit of Fangraphs, a little bit of Baseball Savant, and a whole lot of Game Day Insights. Um, so first game on the docket here, we'll be looking at, and then Jackson as well. Like I said, my AI companion, so it is what it is. I did tell them to give me their top best. They gave me Milwaukee Brewers money line. They gave me Arizona Diamondbacks money line. They gave me Judge to hit a home run. They doubled down on that. A parlay piece for Bryce Terang for a hit, and Seattle Mariners money line +1. Um, yeah, so I like Seattle last night. They have so many bats that I looked on there that I liked. I couldn't even decipher which one I was, which one. So I just was forced to take the team total over. Close my fingers and cross my fingers that hopefully that hits. But let's get into it. First game on the docket, we got Texas at Baltimore. Now this game here, I don't know how many innings Trevor Rogers is supposed to pitch here, straight up. So I don't know. Truth be told, Patrick Corbin, the Baltimore Orioles, they haven't been that great versus lefties. I ain't gonna lie, this season, over the course of the season, but at times Urias looked good, right? Gunnar Henderson, he looked okay. I don't know how. I don't know if I'm gonna even be. We got an over under in this spot, and we definitely got the good weather here, right? A big heat wave hitting the East Coast means game time temps pushing near 100s in Baltimore. Winds are almost dead calm, but all the heat is a boost to bats, right? So the heat is a boost to bats, just like you said. So at the end of the day, I couldn't really decipher. I couldn't really put it together. I ain't gonna lie. This is one game I couldn't put it together. Definitely needed some pitching information, but trying to Trevor Rogers. Let's see. I don't know how long he's gonna pitch, man. Don't slated to start this year. Last he pitched 2.1 innings. Damn, 3 earned runs. Hmm. No bombs. We gave up 3 earned runs at Tampa Bay, of course. At Tampa Bay, Tampa Bay be cooking like a mug at home. Um, I don't know what to think here, right? Let me go back here. Gave up 14 bombs last year. Let me check out his splits for some of his numbers from last year. You know what? Let me go back to his minors, right? Let's go back. What was he doing in the minors? 29 strikeouts in 32 innings. He gave up 4 bombs in the minors. Hmm, mm, mm. I don't know how long this guy's gonna go. Giving it up to lefties last year in whatever innings he did pitch. Well, he was lefties was hitting him, and but he gave up 2 home runs to lefties. He had a higher batting average to lefties. He gave up 12 bombs to righties. So 2023, he gave 5 bombs to righties, one no 2 bombs to righties. Okay, he only pitched a few innings there, all over the place. This career, mm, he's giving up more bombs to righties. I'm not gonna look at it. I'm not even gonna lie. We got good weather here. I mean, I don't know what to think. Truth be told, I can, but I don't know what to think. I didn't look at it last night, and I didn't look at it last night, but you know, it is what it is. Hold up, I didn't look at it last night, and I ain't gonna look at it right now. But let's filter this out. Uh, Texas here. I'll look at it. I'll look at it. Let me see what they got him throwing. Pitch arsenal here. They got him throwing the fastball 50%. Okay, he only pitched a little bit though. To 50% of the time. All right, so how about the lefties here, and then to righties. He ain't pitched nothing to this though. I ain't got really nothing to go off of, but his pitch mix. So let's just look and see what he looks like, what he's been throwing, and let's get to it. You know what I can do? I want to go back and compare some things here. So, um, Texas. Let's go back, compare a few things here. Let's go to let's go to righties. Fastball, changeup, sinker, sweeper, four seamer, changeup, sinker, slider. He was giving up bombs last year. So he's doing us about the same thing. Let's see what we got. What's up? What's up? What's up, my guy, Latrell? What's up? What's up with it? So he was throwing bombs last year. Let's see what we got. Fastball, changeup, sinker, slider. That sounds about right. Texas. One of my least bet on teams for hits and stuff like that. I ain't even gonna lie. Texas here. We're looking at the righties versus pitch mix. Uh, hmm. Texas will be on the road. Flick the road switch. Not that sexy. As of late, though, they probably look a little bit better. Uh, I know Simeon and all those boys probably starting to hit a little bit more. Haggerty 7 for 17 last month, 4 weeks there. Strikeouts are kind of down the last 4 weeks versus pitch mix here. Garcia and everything. Let's go to the last 2 weeks. Last 2 weeks, Garcia is no. You know what? I got that wrong. Sorry. Let's see. No, 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 no. I got that right. I got that right. Oh, he's a lefty. Trevor Rogers is a lefty. I had that right. Okay. Uh, yeah. Josh Jones. Small sample size because he's a lefty. Garcia. Mm, small sample sizes, man. Small sample sizes. What I will do is I'll go back over the course of the season and I'll filter it to lefties without the pitch mix, and then maybe that'll give us a little gauge of at least what they when smaller sample size what they've been doing to lefties in general. Okay, so Wyatt Langford, he ain't yeah, he is. Okay, Some of these guys' averages versus lefties in general. All right. Um, on the road. Um, okay. That's over the course of the season. Bring it back in last 4 weeks. So Haggerty's been hitting lefties pretty good, low K rate. A lot of these guys have a low K rate. This is just in general. Adolis Garcia's last month, 5 for 12 versus lefties. He'll strike out here and there, but some of these guys look pretty good at not striking out, and that's what you definitely want. So, it is what it is right there. Last 2 weeks, it's Haggerty, man. And Haggerty had been leading off. Garcia 4 for 8 in the last 2 weeks with a bomb. Um, hmm. Let's take a look at last year, 2024, versus lefties. I know uh, Garcia had a terrible season, my standards last year. Hmm. I just wanted to take a look at last year, just glance at it. Okay. You would think Garcia, I don't know what's up with Garcia. He should be better than what he is. Last 7 days here versus lefties in general. Haggerty 6 for 8. So he's been on fire versus lefties as of late. Haggerty, he's over 6 and 8, right? Okay. No barrel, so we'll be looking at him to get on base, hits, whatever the case may be. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. He'll be leading off. Um, hmm. How about I throw his pitch mix in there real quick? I want to take another look at Haggerty. Where is he? Right here. So versus this pitch mix, this still the last 7 days. He's 4 or 5 versus this pitch mix. So Haggerty is somebody that I need to add to the list, right? So MLB Haggerty. Haggerty might lead off, and they got his set at 1.5 hits. Why I don't know, but I'm just sitting over there because I like the spot for him. Just a hit or whatever. So it is what it is. That situation. All right. Hits, runs, and RBIs, hits, pitcher outs, pitcher strikeouts. Bam. All right. Running back here. Go over to the lefties here. Now, this is definitely going to look spotted, I believe. Lefty versus lefty. You don't see this a ton, but I'll throw Trevor Rogers mix up there. And Corey Seager and Josh Smith, like, So let me take off one of these columns real quick. These balls launched. So I want that there. All right, so Corey Seager's got 3 bombs versus it, but he's throwing a fastball 40% of the time. Only one game, but let me go back here and see how much he threw. Flick it to the left here. So he did throw that fastball a lot. He was pretty. Expected numbers are up on that. What's the team totals for? Let me see the team totals here. Mhm. I'd imagine they got Texas getting ready to hit this way. 4.5 for both teams. Baltimore Oriole minus 130. Uh, Texas Rangers team total 4.5 minus 115. Okay. All right. Should blindly bet the over, but I ain't gonna do it. Right. I want to take a look at that fastball by itself because he's gonna be throwing that. Seager. Corey Seager likes it. He's got a fly ball 50 on the season versus lefties. 414 with 2 bombs on that fastball. Let's run it back to 2024 real quick. See what he did versus that fastball versus lefties. Corey Seager, 7 for 32 was Right now, he's on pace this year to look better than that versus the fastball this year on versus lefties. So it is what it is. Small sample size when you see with lefties, but it is what it is. Smith has been hitting as of late. Probably been hitting more lefties, righties than anything. But I'll put the rest of the pitch mixes up back up there and move it on closer to see what we got right here. Mm. Numbers are pretty red, but I can bet I can I believe Corey is going to show up today. We'll see. We'll see. In this weather, bats should show up. Patrick Corbin, Baltimore versus lefties. They haven't been great, right? So I do need to take a look at these one more time. I looked at the last night, but I need another glance. I'm going to throw Patrick Corbin numbers up there towards lefties. He's giving up 3 bombs. Uh, pitch arsenal here. He's throwing a sinker 53% of the time. He's gave up 2 bombs on that. So I'll take a deep look at that sinker real quick. Okay. Gunnar Henderson. Patrick Corbin's been pitching good. Can't take nothing from him. Jackson Holiday last 3 weeks versus that sinker versus lefties. He's no barrels for nobody really, but three hits for Gunner, 5 hits for Jackson Holiday. So I mean, I don't see any bombs or whatever case may be on that, but anything can happen. I'll put his full pitch mix up there. They haven't been that good versus lefties. I'll tell you that they haven't been good versus lefties at all. Baltimore. Gunner, I mean, hits. If you're looking for hits, somebody like Gunner, Jackson Holiday, okay, I can't talk you off of it. I probably won't even mess with none of those guys. Tell you the truth. Looking at the righties here, we got Patrick Corbin. He's throwing the sinker a decent amount there too. 37% slider cutter. So I'll leave those up there. I won't single out a pitch. So the righties here, Westberg, he probably won't be in. So Urias was the guy I was really looking at. So this is over the course of the season. So it's very small sample size. Don't have to really move it, but he's 4 for 11, 4 for 12, 5 for 16. Like very small sample sizes for these guys versus lefties. So I mean, it is what it is, right? Mm, I don't know. We'll see. Not my favorite game, bro, but not my favorite game. But there is an over under 9.5 in this one. Probably could watch that total off, watch that total if it goes up and down. But I think they're just gonna leave it there. I don't think that total goes down with that weather like that. 9.5 favored it to the over. 9.5 favored it to the over. How about at home? Hmm. Urias, they got Urias projected to bat second. How about versus lefties in general? No pitch mix, right? So versus lefties in general. Um, okay. So they don't look too good versus lefties in general. This is over the course of the season, but they were greener than on the other one. How about at home? Not at night. How about at home? Okay. How about lately then? Last 3 weeks versus lefties in general. Ali Russman, Carlson, Gary Sanchez. Gary Sanchez historically hits lefties for sure. He has. So 7 days and then 2 weeks. Hmm. Gary Sanchez. Hmm. All right. Well, I don't know if I see any bombs or nothing like that. There will be some hit though. Sure. Uh, there will be some hit, but I don't know. I'm skipping over that game. Hit parlays or something like that. I couldn't talk you off it. Hit parlays. I just don't. I don't feel. I don't see no bomb just really jumping out at me. So I had to really look at that game. Now the rest of these games, some of these games I already looked at, right? So Winans, we got Winans here. I don't know how long he's going to be out there. He's probably not going to be out there that long. Let me see. But I didn't like what I seen from him, right? Numbers wise, so he's probably going to be opening or some shit like that. Who knows? Probably bullpen. Who knows? But Yankees man said Winans will be called up from AAA to start Monday's game. Well, we'll see what's gonna happen, man. Straight up, he'll be called up AAA. He's given up 59 strikeouts of 50 innings, one bomb. The hits. Mm. So I look at the splits. This is 2024 numbers here. He had gave up three bombs to lefties for whatever uh, stint he had. He was getting hit lefties and righties. That's 2024 last year, and then the year before that, he had give up home runs to lefties, few home runs to lefties, whatever innings he pitched. Take his career and just put his career since only 2 years. He had a he had a 365 batting average to lefties, seven bombs to lefties, one to righties. Right, so he was pitching his worst to lefties. He was giving up bombs and everything to lefties. Don't know how long it's gonna go though. That's my thing. Don't know how long it's gonna go. Um, hasn't pitched this year yet. But like I said, in the minors he went what sixes and fives and fours. So we'll see what he's gonna do. I don't really know. Truth be told, I don't really know. So you know what? Let me see. Hmm. He got some strikeout stuff, man. I remember him. I think I remember him with the Braves. What if I think they finna crack his ass. It's just the weather and all that, man. You know, that shit fucks with me, man. Straight up. So let's take a look here, right? So we're gonna look at Cincinnati. All right. So we're gonna look at Cincinnati here. Take another look. Take a look at Cincinnati and the Cincinnati here. We're gonna go to. I'm gonna go over here and. I know they don't have. I'm trying to pull some pictures for him. Change up, sinker, slider, four seamer. Change up, sinker, slider, four seamer. Change up, sinker, slider, four seamer. So to lefties, he was throwing that last year. He was throwing that. Hmm, was throwing that change up a decent amount last year. Followed by the four seamer, change up, four seamer, sinker, slider. The change up he was throwing the most. So let me take a look at that changeup first and foremost. Winans is a righty, right? Yeah, he's a righty. So we're gonna get the right hand, the righty up there. We're gonna take a look at that change up real quick, okay? I think that's what I liked. I think I liked McLean. I think I like I don't know. We'll see. So McLean was 1 for 10. Spencer Steers 4 for 8. 3 extra base hits on that. Okay, so let me get the rest of the pitches in there. He's got a four seamer. And what was it? A sinker and slider? Let's see. It's got a yeah, four seamer, sinker, and slider. All right, so at home. So the changeup he's throwing that predominantly as of last year, but McLean he don't really too much like that when I see that, but we'll get to it. That's at home there. How about lately here? Tyler Stevenson was strike out. 3 bombs on that. McLean. McLean. So McLean was the interesting one. I know that. Last 2 weeks here, Spencer Steer, Matt McLean, 2 bombs. His K percentage went down a little bit. 10 for 30. The plate appearances was there for Steer, Stevenson, and McLean. The plate appearances was there. So at home, I flick a home switch on that for the last 2 weeks. Steer was 4 for 9 in the last 2 weeks at home. He had 3 extra base hit and a bomb at home. So Spencer Steer, somebody we want to definitely take a look at. Let me go over here to that. Spencer Steer. I'll just put him over there so I have him locked in. Okay, that's at home. Matt McLean. Matt McLean. 7 days. So the last 7 days, Spencer Steele's got 4 extra base hits and a bomb. Matt McLean's got he's 6 for 15, 2 extra base hits and a bomb. K percentages look last 7 days though, right? Last 7 days. Last 7 days. Steers home run came on at home. Okay. So I'm gonna write McLean down there. I thought I put them up last night. I didn't put them up there. Steer. Okay. Matt McLean. Red want to say keep up the good work. Much appreciated. Oh man, appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Matt McLean. So Matt McLean's been cooking. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10 straight games at least with a hit. So he's boiling. He's cooking right now. So we definitely gonna put him over there. Just for the spot, Take what you like, leave what you don't. You like him for whatever you like him for. If you want to go behind me and do a little bit of, whatever, it is what it is. Now, as far as these lefties here, I mean these righties, um, he was throwing the sinker slider changer full seamer. He was throwing that fastball the least. Sinker slider changer full seamer. Sinker slider changer full seamer. Same shit. Okay. Um, left hand hitters. Now, this is what we're looking like. Ellie De La Cruz been boy. He been green, but he ain't been greening, right? At home. Winans, his career, lefties. Okay, so last 2 years he's given up 8 home runs, 7 of them to lefties, 1 of them to righties. His K percentage, uh, in general, 18% to lefties, 24% to righties. So he's pitching his worst to righties. If y'all watching, drop a like for me, man. Share it if you want. But drop a like for me. They help me wherever platform. So I'm streaming to like 4 different platforms right now. Three really. But that helps me get it out. You know what I'm saying? It helps me get it out, get the video out. So and sub. You know what I'm saying? No matter where you at, sub. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. So you can definitely sub. I mean, it's free. It's free. It's free. And it is what it is. You want to support me? I do have a dub club for my supporters. YouTube, you could, I got a membership, YouTube membership for supporters. So, if you want to support, be my guest. Um, Now I don't know if he's gonna still be throwing this, but more than likely he probably is. I didn't get the minor league pitches he was throwing. More than likely he probably is. Who knows, right? Dela Cruz definitely looked good, but man, it could be Ellie Day. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's giving up his bombs to lefties. TJ Friedel, last 2 weeks, 11 for 29, fortune base hits 2 bombs, 10% barrel, fly balls around 26. K percentage is down. You like that. Jake Fraley been warm as hell. He don't hit for too much power, but he's 9 for 19 versus pitch mix batting 474 in the last 2 weeks. Hit the home switch in the last 2 weeks. Um, Jake Fraley's been 3 of 5. TJ Friedel is 5 of 10. And Ellie De La Cruz is 0 for 8 at home in the last 2 weeks versus pitch mix. But, you know, today will probably be the day when we single out how bad he's been. Today will probably be the day that, it is what it is. Last week he ain't been good though. 3 for 7. TJ Friedel 7 for 17. Will Benson hit the hot ball hard once or twice probably. So mm. These bats don't look as sexy as the New York Yankees bats look and can be because of this right here. So, matter of fact, let me just go to it on game day. So right now we know that looking on the Yankee side of things here, that's where I'm going to probably be at. That's where I am going to be at. So one thing I'll tell you right here, I looked over this side of the game last night, and Lodolo, in general, he's given up 11 home runs. Of those 11 home runs right here, as you see, 10 of them come to righties, right? And of those 10 to righties at home, Eight of those come at home. Okay, so you know what I'm saying. That's that. We can get Ladolo up there. If anybody's done any damage versus Ladolo, so as we know, definitely at home versus righties in this ballpark. This is what he where he gets tunnel vision at, right? So Cody Bellinger, he's 4 for 9 versus him, okay? And Jazz Chisholm, Paul Goldsmith's got 2 bombs, and he's 4 for 8. Judge, none of those guys have seen him. So, first of all, Cody Bellinger, right? So, Cody Bellinger, he's got lefty lefty splits, meaning he'll hit lefties better. He hits lefties better, okay? So, taking a look at some of his splits here. Um, he's got a 333 batting average versus lefties. 2 home runs there on the season. Um, on the road versus lefties, his numbers are down. His average is down. At home versus lefties, he's batting 472. On the road versus lefties, he's batting 194. So keep that in mind, right? Ladolo, he's probably okay versus lefties, but um, 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 damn, come on now. Bellinger can hit lefties. Okay, Bellinger can hit lefties. All right, so that's that. Then we got Goldschmidt. Goldschmidt loves lefties, right? Goldschmidt, he loves lefties, right? So that's another thing, right? So Goldsmith, take a look at some of his numbers versus lefties there. He's batting 425 versus lefties. At home, 370 versus lefties, and on the road, he's batting 457 versus lefties. But on the road, you don't stop there. He's still batting 343 versus righties. So, and then you couple that with the heat. Then you couple that with the with the small ballpark. That's a recipe for disaster. And you couple that with the pitcher who's throwing of his 10 home runs to righties, 8 of them come at home, right? So, if you're crossing all your T's and dotting your I's, you would know that, hey, if I do clunk out on this, you probably made the right read if you're betting on Goldsmith. So I really like Goldsmith for sure. Next thing, Stanton's been out for a while, right? But over his career, he's been pretty good versus lefties. All right. So not gonna count what he's doing this year. Although this year, since he's been back, he's been hitting. Right. So it is what it is with that situation. But looking at his here's his game log right here. So he's had a hit in every 4 of his 6 games. His first 2 games back was multi-hit games. Bang bang. He hasn't hit a bomb yet. Right. Today is probably going to be the day. Truth be told, today is probably going to be the day. Now, looking at his splits here, I can go back to last year. I could just hit his career, right? He played too many seasons. On his career, he's got a 277 batting average versus lefties. That's pretty good. On the road versus lefties for his career, he's got a 276 batting average. So that's pretty good, right? So at the end of the day, he hits lefties. We don't have to go further than that. If you want to look at his bombs and shit like that, versus lefties, he got 112 home runs versus lefties and 317 home runs versus righties, right? And if you want to think about righties, just in case they bring a righty in, he's batting 245 versus righties with the most of his home runs there. This ballpark produces home runs, produces runs. So you can look at them for home runs, you can look for HRRs, whatever the case may be. I'm waiting for the lineups to come out so I know exactly how and where I want to attack things. It stands right here. He's definitely in the RBI spot. Look at how the lineup can be. This is a projected lineup. This is not the actual lineup. They project Goldsmith to be leading off, Judge right behind him, Bellinger, who hits lefties good, and then Stanton, who hits lefties good, right? So you could just about tell some. I'm looking at Goldie for a leadoff bomb. I'm gonna let you just know that shit right now. But I don't bet a lot of home runs. I might, I don't bet a lot of home runs, but yeah, Goldie can come right out there and smack him in the mouth, right? Um, But Goldie can also go out there and give you 3 hits and 2 runs and 2 RBIs. Just go out there and get hot. Judge, I mean, the pitcher got to think, man, I got to face Goldie. Then I got to face Judge. Then he's thinking about Bellinger, like, I could probably get him. Then he got to worry about Stanton, right? So, shit like that. Judge numbers are so up there as far as like, man, I don't know, right? So, looking at these guys versus this pitch mix here. Gonna click Lodolo here. We're gonna look at the right hand hitters. We're going to see what he's throwing, pitch arsenal, so I can refresh myself. Changeup, fastball, sinker, da 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 da. Not gonna single out a single pitch here. Going to filter their bats and Goldsmith. Goldsmith is batting 500 on the season versus this pitch mix here with a 5% K rate, 12% barrel rate, 5 home runs, 11 extra base hits. If you want to take a deep look into this game logs versus pitch mix, last time he seen him, and I remember that was Tyler Anderson. We was all over it. Was all over it. He gave him a bomb. So last time he seen a lefty with this pitch mix, he hit a bomb, right? Um, so and he does have a strikeout line now, but his exit velo logs look okay. They look okay. Look at this. Look at this little instances when the season first started, he was getting busy on the ass. But yeah. The only thing about that is they don't see lefties that much. But whenever Goldie see a lefty, he gets active, right? Goldsmith, I mean Judge, whatever the case may be, six extra base hits, 6 bombs. Goldsmith is not striking out. Then you got Anthony Volpe up here who looks pretty good, right? So on the road, I can flick the roll switch, and Goldsmith still batting 500 on the road. Volpe batting a little bit better on the road at 400. Judge, 5 of his 6 bombs versus pitch mix come on the road, right? Judge is the one that'll sit down somewhere. He'll strike out. A couple of these guys at the bottom will strike out. But Goldsmith, Volpe, Judge, those guys looking good, man. That's over the full course of the season. They don't see lefties that much. I can go back to the last 3 weeks or something like that and see what's been going on, but they don't see lefties that much, right? A lot of people don't. But as the season progresses, you're going to get more and more and more at bats versus lefties, right? But historically, I know what they do. I know what they do. We know what they do. So it is what it is. I like Judge. I like Volpe in instances. You know what I'm saying? But I like for numbers wise, I like Paul Goldschmidt, right? I'll be looking at his hits, runs, and RBIs. Judge, you could also bet walks, right? Don't forget your walks. Very important. Battle props. Go over here. Very important, right? Your walks. You'll get 1 walk for Judge at minus 180, 2 walks for him at a plus 310. Those and then live walks as well. Very, very, very important. Very important. Looking at the lefties here, Lodolo, as you can see right here, he's throwing the fastball, the sinker, and the curveball. Okay, he's been looking pretty good versus lefties. I have to take this down. Um, mm, versus lefties in general, he does have a 316 average, but only give up 1 bomb. And if you flick it to home, that's when he's just not good at home at all, right? So remember, Cody Bellinger is good versus lefties. Okay, so he's got lefty splits. So it is what it is with that situation. Um, so over the course of the season, Bellinger 2 bombs, 2% K rate with a 368 batting average there. Austin Wells. Now Goldie, Bellinger, when they faced Tyler Anderson, oh, that was a perfect matchup because Tyler Anderson pitched his worst versus lefties, and then he was a lefty, and then Cody Bellinger hit lefties. So I'll show you what happened, right? That's probably the last time they seen a lefty. So Tyler Anderson, he hit hmm, thought he got to him a little bit harder than that, worse than that. But that game, he got busy that game, though. I ain't gonna lie. He was like 3 for something or like 4 for something. But he did get him for a single. But, it is what it is. But lately, though, the numbers don't look as sexy. You just got to have that memory, right? You got to have that memory of who can do what, versus who versus whatever handedness. So like last month, he's only 5 for 20, but he hadn't struck out, so that's pretty good there. You know, he hadn't walked either. But Austin Wells is 5 for 11 in the last month. Uh, that's a little bit efficient there. Last 2 weeks versus lefties. Um, Jazz Chisholm can hit lefties as well. I will go up here and I will pull up a split or two for Jazz. I think he hit a bomb versus Anderson that game, but Jazz, I think Jazz hits lefties at home a little bit better, but Jazz missed some time, right? So he's batting 265 versus lefties with 1 home run. Versus righties, Jazz has a 290, 233 batting average. So, it is what it is with that situation. On the road, it's just a smaller sample size, so not much to really go off of there. But, at the end of the day here, Jazz, he's pretty good. Now, last year, Jazz on the road versus lefties, he was batting 311. So, it is what it is with that situation. Okay. So, I do like the Yankees bats more than I like Cincinnati bats. But I'm gonna trust the over here, right? I'm gonna trust the over here. We got the heat wave over here in Cincinnati and stuff like that. Bats, you can whatever you want to do with the bats. It's up to you. I'm gonna trust the over because of the ballpark, right? And if I'm just keep on playing the over, if I hit every game, if the conditions are right, I'm gonna just keep on going to the over because we know in summertime, Greater Macon Ballpark, it opens up at 8.5, 9.5 anyway, right? Uh, so we just experienced Coors. Now we at Cincinnati, right? We targeting places where we think traffic gonna be on the basis. Um, so next game I'm gonna look at here. It's going to be so Atlanta and the New York Mets, right? So I'm a little bit undecided here, but um, I do like. I'm gonna tell you what I like here. I do like Nemo. I do like Soto, and for the sake of the fastball, I like McNeil, right? Schwellenbach, um, Schwellenbach, he's got some good ass K stuff, man. So let me tell you that right now. He got some good K stuff. That meaning he will strike you out, right? So Swellenbach's given up 10 home runs. Blackburn hasn't pitched much, but Swellenbach's given up 10 bombs to lefty. Well, in general, Swellenbach's given up 12 bombs, and 10 of those bombs came to lefties, right? They will be on the road, right? We got an 8.5 over under in this one. Mm, okay. Don't know what to think of Blackburn this season right now. Don't know what to think. But he's been getting hit, right? He's been getting hit. So the last time he pitched, he faced ATL, and that's what I was trying to get to right there. I forgot who hit that bomb. I want to go see who hit that bomb. That was hmm, that was who the fuck was that? Either Olson or Kakuna. Two people hit a bomb. That was either Olson or Acuna. I would probably, if I had to guess, it was probably Acuna. Um, but like I said, I want to take a look at Swellenbach first. Now, Swellenbach does got some good K stuff, but to lefties, his K percentage is a little bit down. Okay, 19% K rate to lefties. On the road, 15% K rate to lefties, and of those 10 home runs, four of them came on the road. Okay, I could look and see if anybody has put hands on him. Spencer. Soto, Tyrone Taylor got a bomb. Soto. Pete Alonso, 4 for 11. He's batting 364 with 2Ks. Soto. McNeil's 2 for 6. Nemo's 0 for 12. 4Ks. That's the thing with Nemo. Definitely got to deal with the strikeouts. Soto, 1 for 2. That one was a bomb. Okay. So, uh, I don't think I'm going to let the strikeouts fit, deter me, right? So let's see what he's throwing. So that fastball, he's got 6 extra base hits and 4 home runs allowed on that fastball. Now we know singling out that fastball, Jeff McNeil likes that, right? I don't know how much he's throwing it, but how much he's throwing it, he's just getting up to 100 on that motherfucker. You see that max speed right there, but um, McNeil, he's got 6 bombs off that, and you know he was hurt, so he really loves that fastball. McNeil, he's got an 8% K rate on that. If we go back to last year, look at that fastball, McNeil. Um, he had 6 bombs on that fastball last year, and that was a full season, right? So fast forward to right now, Basoto was green as hell on that fastball. You see that? Everything was looking good, man. He was green as hell. And 40 fly ball, 12 bombs on that motherfucker last year, right? So Soto was definitely in play. He's been cooking late. But McNeil's got 6 bombs already. He had 6 bombs on the fastball last year. He's got 6 bombs on that fastball already. So he's a candidate, okay? Nemo is a candidate, right? He don't strike out much against the fastball. People love fastball, so let's, it is what it is. Even we bring it back in on that fastball here, Nemo is 8 for 28 as of the last month. He's been looking good. Soto's been looking good. He's got a bomb on it in the last month, 3% K rate. Jeff McNeil in the last month, that's when he's been whooping that fastball. He got 4 home runs in the last month. He's been definitely been whooping on it. But that's just the fastball alone. Darren and Nemo, whatever. He's throwing it a decent amount at 35%. But, I just wanted to single out how good they were versus that fastball. Now I'll get the rest of their pitchers up there, and Soto's been cooking, right? I keep forgetting Soto's been cooking, right? I got the full pitch mix up there. I swing a home at home here. Lindor at home versus this pitch mix. He's looking good. 373, 10 extra base hits, 6 bombs at home. Soto 5 bombs at home and low K rate. Jeff McNeil 3 of those bombs came at home with a low K rate. That's at home. All right. And then you can see the difference between home green, a lot more green, and in general, not that much green, but as of late, right? So we go back to as of late, full pitch mix. As of late, Nemo 4 for 9, he's looking pretty good, man. Woba isolated power's up. Jeff McNeil, isolated power and all that shit is up. This is the last month they've been cooking. Soto, McNeil, and Nemo at home. Click a home switch the last month. Mm, right. Nemo's still looking good. Soto's, the average is down, still looks great, still looks good. Lindor, you know, but last what 2 weeks, Nemo, Soto batting 400. Last 7 days, Nemo Soto. Lindor got 2 bombs, snuck 2 bombs in there somewhere. I ain't even heard him hit no fucking bombs or nothing like that. But last 7 days, Soto got 6 for 10 with 3 home runs, and then Nemo 5 for 13 with 2 home runs. Soto hadn't struck out, 0% struck out. All his numbers look beautiful in the last 7 days. He's still cooking, right? You can take a look at his exit velos. Looking good, right? Looking good there. Looking good there. It's the last 7 days. It's the last 2 weeks. Like you want somebody putting bat to ball like that. So the lefties, and then you couple that with the fact, the lefties here, and then we could take a look at we could definitely take a look at some splits here. Take a look at some splits here just so we can get a little bit more assurance or whatever you want to do though. But he's giving up 3 bombs to that leadoff, 2 bombs to that second, 2 bombs to that third, fourth, fifth. This fifth spot, maybe sixth, but that fifth spot might be McNeil. So the fifth spot, yeah, McNeil right there. More than likely, it's going to be McNeil right there. So he gave up a few bombs right there. Uh, to give up 300 batting average right there too. So, and then that ninth spot, right? That ninth spot, give up a 300 batting average right there at that ninth spot as well. So, it is what it is with that situation there. He's pitching his worst versus lefties. Now to righties, he's got a 30% K rate in general to righties. So you can see that right there, 29.8. Not too much walking folks. Isolated powers down, only giving up 2 bombs. On the road versus righties, he's giving up 1 bomb. His K percentage goes down a little bit, right? Just a tad bit. So it is what it is with that situation. But I can bring it back. We can take a look at the righties there. At times, Alonso did look good at times, but mm, the pitching weaknesses is clearly with the righties. He's giving up. He's got 9 bombs and 16 extra base hits on that pitch mix. That's over the course of the season. Tyrone Taylor. Mm, I'll bring it in as of late though. Last 3 weeks, Peter Alonso got 4 bombs in the last 3 weeks on his pitch mix. At home, last 3 weeks, uh, he's 1 for 12 at home the last 3 weeks. So that's something. And it's Pete Alonso. Can he hit a bomb off anybody? Yes, he can. You know what I'm saying? Last 7 days, it has been kind of warm, but they've been showing the ability to strike out these righties here. Pete Alonso's last 7 days, 38%. So lately, he's been striking out. Last 2 weeks on a 28% strikeout for Pete Alonso. So, it is what it is, right? It still only takes one swing of the bat. So whoever you like, it is what it is, right? On the Atlanta side, um, on the Atlanta side here, of course, it's Acuna, right? Acuna. Um, and then after Acuna, like, where do I go? I mean, it's more than likely it's the usual suspects. But if I'm singling anybody out, of course it's going to be Acuna, right? To righties, he's throwing that sinker and that slider. Blackburn has he's pitched 4 games. Like I said, he gave up 3 earned runs or better in 3 straight games. So he's not teetering on a good side. We'll see what he gonna do, but he ain't teetering on the good side right now, right? Um, he ain't teetering on the good side. He only give up 1 bomb though. I used to like Blackburn, man. I like when he was making his run coming from Oakland. He was decent at times. He was decent at times. It was the his splits on the road. He just wasn't good like that on the road. but he could get hit. So I'm not opposed to taking a righty or a lefty here. So you know, Acuna, he's only got one bomb versus pitch mix. Let me see. Was it versus him? That home run? Who did he hit it versus? Paul Blackburn. So he was the one who hit that bomb that game. So recently he's got a bomb off Blackburn. So there you have that. I'm gonna bring it on in to the last month, 4 weeks. Acuna's 429. We know he's been killing it. 500 in the last 2 weeks for him. 8 for 15. Wait, go back to the last 2 weeks. Ozuna has a bomb that pushed this. Ozuna ain't been striking out. Rally 278. Not bad batting averages now. Not bad batting averages. I ain't even gonna lie. Not bad batting averages as of late. Um, Lefty. Lefty. Olson on the season. 4 bombs, batting 300. Go last month. Olson, 421. And a lot of these lefties not striking out as of late versus his pitch mix. Blackburn, 12% K rate so far. Not ideal. Olson, 4 extra base hits and a bomb in the last. He's got 4 hits. All of them were extra base hits and a bomb. Oh, shit. Versus this pitch mix, what was it? What was the pitches? Sliders. Sink. Oh, that's all he throwing. The sliders and sinkers. Well, let me see. Oh, that's not here. That's not Paul Blackburn. Oh, sliders and sinkers. Mm. He's throwing the cutter, change up, curveball. So wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait. Oh, I fucked that up. My fault. He was throwing. Let me see. Let me go back. Okay, I fucked that up. Let me go back. Let me disregard that. He's throwing change up, curveball, cutter to lefty. Okay. Let's see something. He was throwing slide and sinker to righty. Okay, so let me reiterate that. My fault. All right. So, hmm, not the greatest of logs and stuff like that. These guys are who they are, though. Last 2 weeks, Olsen 4 for 9, Ozzy 5 for 17. Meh, right? But you also need to you can take pitch into consideration. Watch and see if Ozzy's in the lineup. He could be warming up. He's 4 for 8 versus pitch mix. Is he going to be projected? He's projected right now. So Ozzy's in the lineup. He could be warming up. And when you're looking at these guys, I mean, look, Acuna been on fire. They switched Olsen he's hitting second now. Like, I don't know what's up with that. So I want to see what this lineup's going to be looking like because I would probably like HRRs for Azuna if this lineup came out like that. He'll be hitting that cleanup spot, um, trying to help bring Olsen and Okuna all the way around. But somebody like Austin Riley can probably get hot. You never know, and he can be cleaning these guys up. So those are things that you got to watch out for when you got some heavy hitters in the lineup because you got some motherfuckers that can wipe the bases right out. So we do have over under 8.5 in this spot. I like a Kuna here, and then it's the lefties for me. Ranking them would be Soto, Nemo, McNeil. Lindor is Alonso is Alonso. Lindor is a Lindor, right? These guys gonna do what they gonna do. Um, Arizona and Chicago White Sox here. I'm not the one to always pick on Shane Smith, man. I ain't gonna lie. I say this every day. I say this all the time. I say this all the time. But Arizona versus righties are monsters, right? Keep an eye out, see if Corbin Carroll's going to be in the lineup. Marte wasn't in the lineup yesterday. Carroll wasn't in the lineup yesterday. And Uriel wasn't in the lineup yesterday. But historically versus righties, I'm always looking at Carroll, Marte, and Suarez. Definitely Suarez, probably for nothing but bombs. And then Marte and Carroll. But like I said, Shane Smith is one guy that's, he's getting my respect, as a pitcher. So these guys are pretty much self-explanatory. They're going to be bunch of green. We do this every single day. We know how green these guys are versus righties, right? I ain't even got to show you, right? I'll do a quick drive by, and for the people who are new here, and just let you know, right? Like just let me see, Arizona. mm, Now, Suarez, it's got 15 bombs on this pitch mix. I'm really not going to go into too much into that. Then we look at the lefties here versus the righties here. Corbin Carroll's got 11 bombs. Marte's batting 390, and Corbin Carroll's batting 317. And when you bring it in, they batting a little bit more. But like I say, I don't too much target Shane Smith. I don't know what it is. It never goes right. It hasn't been going right. Ketel Marte 11 for 24 last month. He's batting 400 versus picks mix, and it is what it is. That situation, right? So Josh Naylor, these guys can hit right hand pitching, right? You're just gonna have to be a special type of pitcher to get these guys. But uh, the White Sox have been pesky, right? So you definitely want to take a look at them. And then this Arizona bullpen is not good at all. So Rodriguez. So Rodriguez is. I'm taking a look at tell you a look about Rodriguez real quick. Um, the hits. Okay, so the hits. Now, there's more than one way you can skin a cat. You can bet hits and stuff, all that shit, right? So hits has been interesting, right? So it's let's see, um, six his last game. Look, one, two. Every game except for the first ones give up 5 hits or more. Let's just cut the bullshit and just start right there, right? So I don't know what his hit prop going to be like. Okay, so for that I'll take a look at his hit. Don't mean he's going to give up the hits today, but you know what I'm saying. But that's what I was saying. Like, you can make notes. You can write these motherfuckers down because the because DraftKings, they give you that flexibility, right? So we can go over here. We can go to hits allowed, and they let you alter them, right? So this is why I'll tell you: find books, you find gems in certain books. You know what I'm saying? So they got his hits at 5.5 at plus 115, right? You get 5 hits at minus 175, and then folds, whatever the case may be. But 5 hits you get at minus 175, and then 6 hits you get at plus 115. But the team gonna have to be able to do that to hit them. Okay, so that's that. Now, uh, If you think the White Sox can hit them, then you can look at a hit prop, or you can look at an alternate hit prop. See what I'm saying? If you think Sox can put some runs up on them, you can look at his earned runs allowed, and it's at 3 at a minus 110, or you can take an alternate or something like that, or you can alter it up. Think it says he gonna give up some more runs and shit like that. You could do that. So you know, flexibility wherever you find your spots. Find your spots what you like. These books are catering to us, and they trying to do everything they do to get our business, right? And it ain't always got to be a bomb, man. You know what I'm saying? You could, So Rodriguez, he's given up to lefties a 300 batting average, of course, with all those hits, two bombs. They'll be on the road versus lefties. He's giving up a decent. He's getting, you know, he give up a lot of hits, man. And then his strikeouts, he probably struck out a little more people, on the road. Versus righties, he's giving up 9 bombs. He's got a 23% K rate on the road versus righties. Um, 4 of those 9 bombs come on the road, right? Barrel percentage is pretty much down, but he, like I said, he can get hit. He got a 300 batting average. He can get hit. He can give up some hits. So, taking a look here, um, um, put the pitch mix in there. Right hand batters. Merida, Meadroff batting 333. Sosa, Robert. Huh? I remember Robert versus a lefty was almost automatic. Last 8 weeks, Robert, you gotta skim through these motherfuckers for sure. Sosa, mm, last month. Michael A. Taylor's got 2 bombs within the last month. Within the last month versus lefties, so you don't see lefties a lot. Keep an eye out on Michael Taylor today. If you don't, he gonna be he one of the motherfuckers be like, damn, I seen it. I seen it. I didn't even. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of shit, right? Straight up. But they don't see a lot of lefties here. Um, One of those bombs came within the last 2 weeks for Michael A. Taylor. Let me see something. He ain't gonna be in the lineup because they don't want to win. He ain't gonna be in the lineup because they don't want to win. Not that I'm saying he's gonna want to be the one to make the win. I'm just saying. Mm, mm. I never bet on these White Sox, man. Every once in a while. Look at all this strikeout stuff over here, man. Can't bet on them, man. Mm, Look at this strikeout stuff. Okay, well, mm, 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 mm. Boy, they went out. White Sox went out there and sold my money, boy. Boy, they went out there and beat Toronto like that the other day, man. I was mad as hell. I lost like 3 bets on that. Had like 5 bets in that game, man. I hit like 2 pitcher props. Got smoked on the rest of that. 1.5, all types of shit. Vladdy and all that shit wasn't showing up. That shit was crazy. I think that was yesterday or the day before. It is what it is, though. if I'm betting bets or something like that, it definitely is going to be Marte, Carroll, and Naylor, maybe HRRs, and then Suarez. If you want to heat check him for a bomb, then it is what it is. Historically, Luis Robert has hit lefties well, but not this year. Um, as of right now, Meadroff can sneak in and hit or something like that. Taylor, like I said, he's the one who hits a few bombs as of the last month. He's hit a few bombs, so whatever. Milwaukee and Pittsburgh, we had an over under 8.5 in this one here, and I don't even remember looking at this game, right? So um, I'll do a quick drive by here. Chad Patrick, he's been getting hit as of late. The last few games, Patrick, but I don't know if he's been getting hit the last few games. I don't know if I don't know. He gave a 5 to Atlanta, 4 to my Cubs. Other than that, he had went over. So that's the only. These last two games is the only two games he's given up more than 4 runs. I mean, more than 3 runs. So however you want to look at it, right? Um, not. I mean, it's okay. Whatever. So Milwaukee at Pittsburgh. I mean, damn, Kim Chad Patrick pitched good today. How about that? Let me go back and look. Can he pitch good today? Because what's the name didn't yesterday? They lit his ass up at home. Mm. 7 of his bombs come to righties. Lefties hitting him. He got a higher average. Pitching better at home. 27% K rate to lefties at home. 22% K rate to righties at home. I don't know what to. I don't know. Let me take a look at some of his lines. Strikeouts at 5.5. Pitching outs at 17.5. Plus 165 to record a win. 6 hits allowed. Get it at plus 145. What about his 5 hits allowed? Minus 145. Mm. Earned runs 2.5 plus 120. Walks allowed. Mm. Mm. Okay. All right. Don't know. I have to look at his pitch mix here. Uh, 6 extra base hits to lefties. He's got a 22% K rate at lefties. At home, what was it? 27. One bomb to lefties at home. One bomb. Okay. He's doing that cutter 47% of the time. We'll take a look at that. Fraser. Look at O'Neal Cruz with that strikeout. That shit gets on my nerve every time I see that shit. So Horowitz got a lot of at bats versus this shit. Fly ball is up. Been through 320. Look at the Milwaukee boys. Well, did I look at the righties? I'm not betting on none of these motherfuckers. I'm finna tell you that right now. I'm looking at the Milwaukee guys, man. I'm not finna bet on none of these motherfuckers. Flip it to Milwaukee. And then, what is this? Right. He's gonna be an opener, I believe. So I don't know, right? They're going up against this bullpen, Ashcraft. Right. I don't know, man. He's probably gonna be an opener. Type Monday series. Will he be an opener? I don't know what they're gonna do with this shit here, man. Let me see. I don't know what they're gonna do here. What I'll tell you here is Freelick leading off, he can hit, right? I wouldn't look at him for no bomb or nothing like that, but he can hit. Yelich been getting his multiples on, right? Multiple hits and stuff like that. So his hits, runs, and RBIs are definitely in play. Hoskins, you can heat check him for a bomb or whatever. He had multiple hits, including a bomb yesterday. Contreras is Contreras. Yelich would be my favorite bat here, right? You know, regardless of the pitch mix or anything, right? Sometimes you're just hot. Sometimes you're just warm. Seattle, Seattle. Now Seattle, I took Seattle team total yesterday, right? So here's where I'm at with this situation. I want to say the best bat that I looked at probably don't quote me on this. Probably was Byron Buxton, right? So I love Byron Buxton. This is probably the first time that I've seen Byron Buxton strike out this low, right? So let's go on over here to Byron Buxton here. Um, Minnesota, right? Right. So, tough pitching matchup. Brian Wu. Brian Wu, um, he's pitched 6 innings every game this year, bro. You know, 6 innings or better every game this year. So if you think he can get to 6 innings, be my guest. He's pitching his worst to lefties though, right? So he's pitching his worst to lefties. So he's gonna they probably gonna throw the lefties out there at him. Okay, but so tough matchup for somebody like Buxton. He is, tough matchup for righties. Um, 3 bombs to righties. Uh, 20, 25% K rate. Damn, excuse me, however you want to look at it, right? Mm. This game he'll be on the road, right? Um, Brian Wu will be on the road, so still been pretty good versus righty. But he's throwing a sinker 46% of the time to righties. We'll filter out that sinker real quick, give you guys a gander of it, a look at it. So Byron Buxton's got 6 extra base hits, 3 bombs on it with an 18% K rate, 10 barrel rate. That's pretty cool. That's cool there. I like it. But it's Buxton though. He's the Buxton is the he's the SGA over there, but that motherfucker can't stay healthy. That motherfucker can't stay healthy, man. You know what I'm saying? But man, I think he's got like 3 or 4 home runs in the last week, whatever. So as we can see, if Korea's in the lineup, he likes the if Korea's in the lineup, he likes the sinker. Um, a few guys over here can hit that sinker, man. But Buxton he looks really good. I'm probably gonna take him for a bomb, but other than everything else though, so I'll probably be taking him for. I might take him for 3 HRRs, or maybe hmm, I don't know. Right, he's 3 for 4 though as of late, last 3 weeks. I mean, these guys looking good for that sinker so far. I can push it out to the last 5 weeks. Carl's career been liking that sinker, man. He been liking it. Buxton definitely likes it. I don't know what Royce is. He's another injury prone motherfucker. But interesting. I didn't see all that. The weather here, no highlight on it, but it's gonna be good. Okay. Hmm. Is he gonna throw that sinker like that today? And I want to see who's gonna be in this lineup. That's just the sinker alone. So I'll put the rest of the pitches up there. He's throwing that curveball. I mean that fastball, sinker, fastball, slider, sweeper. Um, at home, full pitch mix at home. Buxton has got a 30% K rate at home, but he's got 9 extra base hits, 4 home runs versus it. But bringing it on in, he's getting a little bit more warmer versus this pitch mix. And I'll stop at the last 4 weeks there, and he's the K percentage. That's what I like right there, right? For him, if he don't strike out, shit. 12% barrel rate there. 521 Woba with a 438 isolated power, 6 extra base hits, 4 home runs, and he's batting 438. I like it, man. I really do. I really like it, and with a higher average and a low strikeout rate, I like that type of shit too. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Last 2 weeks, he's 8 for 14. 4 of those bombs they came in the last 2 weeks. He's just been on one, right? I want to see what this lineup's going to look like, but you can bet Buxton right away, right? Right away. You bet him like not now, but right now. The lefties, I think I may have struggled with trying to find someone that I really, really like, but that's okay. You don't have to force nothing. Even if your ass, even if you miss some money, right? I'd rather miss some money than lose some money. You know what I'm saying? But he's throwing that fastball 45% of the time, allows 7 extra base hits and 5 home runs to lefties. Uh, Over his career, whatever's worse, Brian Wu pitched has come versus lefties. Okay, so that's that. So the fastball, like I said, he's throwing that 45% of the time. So I'll throw that up there. Um, and got a decent amount of ISO over the course of the season, right? All these lefties dropping ISO, right? You see what I'm saying? So I don't really too much know how to gauge this one or how I want to gauge this one. Everybody's got 3 home runs apiece on this fastball. That ISO is pretty cool right there to see. Um, at home, Larnick and Wallner, Cody Clemens, Brooks Lee. Then 600 at home versus his fastball. Brooks Lee is the one who's striking out the least on his fastball. Fly ball is up. 8 for 13, looking really, really good there. Mm, mm. This is one of the most interesting games here. Even if you're playing fantasy, because this game here is probably going to be one of the games that's probably going to be under the radar because of some of the things that's going on across the league. If you're playing fantasy, because I play fantasy too, DFS, and if you're playing DFS, this game here could be interesting. You could get some of these guys at a lower owned. at lower on, right? They you have to go out there and do what you need them to do, right? And this is why this tool is so good, right? That you can see everything, see everything. So, mm, okay, that's over the course of the season, though. Now, lately, probably don't look like that. And hmm, right. So this we still on the fastball. So long story short, they like it there. They like it there, right? And some of them going through their ups and downs versus it. But as of late, they ain't been looking too good versus it. Right here, the last 2 week mark, I'll throw in the full pitch mix as of this last week and see what's been going on. It don't be looking good. Hasn't been looking good. Last 2 weeks, they've been striking out big time versus this pitch mix here, which consists of the fastball, sinker, changeup, and the slider. Mm. So that's why I reverted back to just looking at Buxton. And some of those other righties look okay, but lefties get a teensy weensy bump because, like I said, Wu was pitching his worst versus lefties. You've seen what they can do, but is this what they gonna do, right? So Warner last month versus pitch mixes averages down 5 extra bases, 5 bombs. All of those were bombs. His barrel was up, but as you move out, they look better. It's just lately, right? They need to get their ass off the schneid lately. At home, last 8 weeks, they look a little bit better. Strikeouts are still there. Take the home switch down. Full season. Mm. Home switch. Mm. It's hard for me to gauge what I want to do because like I said, I definitely got to take pitchers into consideration. You got some guys that it's going to be Buxton for me. I'm gonna stop talking about it. It's not easy for me to gauge how I want to attack this full team, but it's definitely going to be Buxton for me. Now I sprinkled the team total over last night for for Seattle. I sprinkled the team total over last night. I got a 4.5 at plus money. It's still plus money. So I don't know about that. Last time I checked, it was still plus money. I'll take a look right now. Much like this team here, some of those guys were looking crazy, but I am a big fan of how Bailey Ober's looked as of late. So now Mariners team total sitting at minus 110. I got in at plus money. So if I hit, I'll be happy about that. Oh, the bats, I forgot. So Ober, in general, he's given up 14 bombs. He spread the love evenly. 7 bombs versus lefties, 7 bombs versus righties. Uh, at home versus righties. Um, mm, Barrel is up. I mean, I'm not a big fan of how he's been looking as of late. I can show you guys some game logs if you guys want to see that. Um, he's got he's given up hmm he's getting hit. He's got 5 hits in every game except for one. Remember, right? There's more ways that we can skin a cat than just bombs and bats, right? We can exercise some pitching props and stuff like that. So I do want to see what the hits looking like here, right? Hits allowed, uh, hit to hit prayer props. No. Pitcher props. Record a win. How about hits allowed there? Um, 6 apiece. They got Brian Wu hits up at 6. They know something I don't know. Okay, 6 apiece. Interesting. Earned runs allowed. What about that? They got them at 3 apiece. Okay, so Bailey Ober, um, he's giving up back-to-back games with 5 or more earned runs. So his last 2 games has put him in a place where it's got me, thinking. You know what I'm saying? They beat up on his ass. Texas did. Toronto, I really got him on that one. That was a decent read. He's only pitched 90 pitches twice. That's something to take heed. So you can look at a hit prop for him if you want. I don't know. So flick Bailey over here. Pitches. He's throwing to righties. He's throwing fastball, slider, changeup, sweeper, sink. He's doing too much shit. I don't like that. But at least I don't have to type that shit in. Randy Rosarena. So the thing about this team here, it's they home road splits. See a lot of these guys, they hitting this, that, and the other at home. I mean, in general, but when I hit the road away switch on there, boom, they look a little bit better, right? Solano has been on one since he's been back there, so keep an eye out on him. Um, and then they coming out of the Chicago Cubs series, and they put up runs. So, but last week, bringing it on in, like I say, Solano's gonna look good because he's been on one. He's somebody that's in play, Solano. And then you see how they look right now, last 8 weeks. But then when I hit the away switch, they looking a little better. Randy Rosarena been looking good on the road. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is with that. Um, and then bringing it back in here, I go last 3-4 weeks. Um, Solano gonna look good because he just came back. And then you hit the away switch there, and Rodriguez. Now Rodriguez looked good. Randy around the arena looked good. Just on the road, they've been a little bit better. And on the road versus lefties, they've been good all year long. But Ober is not a lefty though, so take that off. And then just so how if you think they can get busy on the road, you know what I'm saying, it is what it is. They do play in a big ass ballpark, a pitcher's ballpark. They could definitely play some role in some things too. But last 2 weeks here, Rosarena started to look a little bit better there. Just in general, his average has been up. But, like I said, he did come out and playing the Cubs a couple games in that weather. Then on the road, Solano, Rosarena. So Rosarena had been fake decent on the road all season long. I don't know if you want to let him take your money or whatever the case may be. If no, I'll probably bet on him, but who knows? But at the end of the day, it is what it is. Um, the lefties, right? So he's throwing that fastball 43% of the time, followed by that changeup. Um, 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 at home. So he's giving up 7 bombs. So the K percentage is down. That's one thing, at home, it's getting hit a little bit hard. 4 of those bombs came at home. Batting average is up, walks down. K percentage is nothing to scoff at, nothing to scoff at, right? So it is what it is. Like I said, he's throwing that fastball, changeup, slider. Now, uh, Cal Raleigh averages down, but he swings for power, right? 16 extra base hits, 10 home runs. Um, Canzone, he's been balling, right? So 3 bombs. He's been back since he's been back. 3 bombs. He's been balling, right? So you want to make sure he's in the lineup. The guys who just came on, helping strengthen this lineup out. Canzone is projected to be in the lineup. And then the other kid, I forget his name, but we was just talking about him, Solano. So we gotta let's see. I gotta check their splits and make sure and refresh myself with their splits. I believe Solano played for Minnesota at one time, but that's neither here nor there. Now, if I hit the home switch over the course of the season, J.Q. Crawford looked pretty good over the full season. So it'll let you know versus righties, he's been pretty good, right? So he's probably gonna be one of the guys we're definitely gonna look at, right? So as of late, some of these guys starting to look better. You know, I'll go for the last month here, and I'll hit the home switch there. Uh, hmm, Polanco, Crawford, Kyle Riley, and Crawford. Last 2 weeks, a few more guys starting to look better, but last 7 days, Kyle Riley, this is coming out of the Chicago series now. These guys look pretty good there. I, uh, but I like Kyle Riley and I like Crawford. Okay, so man, I wonder was it the drink? But I did sprinkle on a team total over last night. Did it look like I would have took him this morning? Probably not. 4.5 plus money, but I'm gonna leave it in. 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 Right? Because they got barely over. But Minnesota's bullpen is pretty good. I could have waited to see what the lineup's gonna look like because I do want to know who's gonna be in this lineup. But I'm pretty much okay with it, man. I could have looked at the over full game. I could have looked at the over full game because I something telling me that Minnesota's probably going to put up some runs on Brian Wu. So the best that I like here, sticking with the theory that on the road or something like that. Kyle Rowley, of course. I don't know what they're gonna do with him. They might start walking him here and there. But if they don't, it is what it is. As of late, I think Julio Rodriguez waking up a tad bit. Crawford, I like him. I like him, right? Anybody that can get on base in front of Kyle Raleigh, it can help out as far as betting other bets. And like I said, you could also look at Kyle Raleigh not for a home run, but you could also look at him for uh, you know RBIs, right? So you're gonna get this home run probably for less than minus 200. So definitely you can look at him for some RBIs here. Um, I mean, it is what it is. Somebody like what's the name? The leadoff hitter, I forget his name, but he's definitely going to get on. One RBI at plus 100, two RBIs at plus 330. And that's another way that you can find some value when you're looking at somebody like Kyle Raleigh. Okay. Um, if that Cubs series jump started some of these bats, then the on the road thing, like when you're looking at Randy Rosarina on the road, he might be hitting at the fourth/fifth slot. So that's something that you can look at as well. But looking at the lineup here, if this was the lineup to come out here, I would like Kyle Riley for an RBI or maybe a run. Uh, Rose Arena, somebody's gonna like on the road. Ken Zone's got 3 bombs in the last 2 weeks, and I want to know if Solano's gonna be around. So I have to do a little bit more snooping to see how Solano is versus righties and lefties. Buxton, probably my favorite bat overall, or 1A and 1B, or 1B and 1A, however you want to look at it between Raleigh and Buxton. You can both put both of these boys together for a bomb. You know that. Get you a few bucks out of that. Or hits, runs, and RBIs and shit like that. Um, the Cubs, St. Louis. What time is it? Okay, we only got 3 games to go. So this Cubs game, Ben Brown, Liebertor. Um, Suzuki coming off a 2 bomb game, right? Then you got Kyle Tucker. Historically has lefty splits. So I like Kyle Tucker. I really like Seiya Suzuki, okay? For the Cubs, on the Cubs side. If Justin Turner's in the lineup, historically he's hit lefties okay, so he can get a hit. Um, but I'm a little bit more focused on Tucker and Suzuki and Hap. Hap can hit lefties, right? Hap can lift hit. I'm not gonna take nothing from Liberatore. He's been pitching good. So on the St. Louis side here, excuse me, it was the lefties for me. Truth be told, um, if I had to rank them, it would be Burleson, Donovan, and Gorman. But I like Burleson. I like Burleson. My favorite bats from both sides would be Suzuki and Burleson. Okay, Suzuki and Burleson. If you need me to, I could just give you a quick drive by, just a skimp by, just to see who these guys were, just to give you a glance at how they looked. Some people need their own eye test, and I get it. But I'll do that. I'll do that. We'll go St. Louis. The weather's gonna be hot. Okay. One thing I think say about St. Louis is it's gonna be a tough one. I believe it's gonna be a tough game. St. Louis don't strike out like that, right? I love that about teams, right? That don't strike out. Give me a chance, right? Give me a chance to hit whatever I'm trying to hit. So it is what it is. So Donovan, over the course of the season, he's batting 415. And Burleson, as of like the last month, has been on fire, I would say. So Ben Brown versus lefties, he's given up 6 bombs. Liberatore hasn't given up any bombs versus lefties. Ben Brown's barrel is up, whatever the case may be. Flipping on the road. Um, hmm, interesting, right? Uh, mm, it's got a high K rate, but we're gonna see what's gonna happen today. Okay. And over the course of the season, these lefties not striking out, right? The usual suspects. So bringing it in. Uh, Now we already know Burleson and Donovan looks pretty good there. These guys, whatever. Uh, Last month, Burleson's batting 364 with a bomb, 12% K rate. So you know it is what it is. That situation, Gorman, lately has been hitting pretty good, but he'll strike out. But it is what it is. Last 2 weeks, Burleson. So Burleson, the last 2 weeks slash to a month, he's been playing some good ball. 10% K rate. It is what it is. I'm looking at him. Donovan and Gorman. We know Donovan is good at baseball, but and he's in play. But I'm just a little bit more I'm focused on Burleson right now. If I had to take one bat, just because of how he's been as of late, but the two bats there. Had to take two, Donovan would be right there. But in recent form, I like the way Burleson is in recent form. Um, so it is what it is with that situation. But yeah. And then on the Cubs, like I said, trying to speed things up because I'm ready to get out of here. But it is what it is. Matthew Liberatore here. Like I said, looking at the right hand hitters here. Historically, like I said, Suzuki versus this pitch mix, he's batting 373, 465 Woba, 475 ISO, 12 extra base hits, 8 bombs, 16 barrel rate. You get the drift. So Suzuki is definitely a home run candidate here. Um, um, if I filter it to the last 3 weeks there, versus lefties. Suzuki got 2 bombs. Haps got 2 bombs. These guys can strike out. Swanson last few weeks been, you know, uh, but it is what it is. The, Filling it out here. Just versus lefties in general. No pitch mix. This season, Suzuki he had the same thing if it was a pitch mix. So he pretty much hits some of this stuff pretty good. So I like Suzuki there. And then on the flip side, um, as of late, you're gonna see some of Kyle Tucker. Well, over the course of the season, Kyle Tucker, he hit a bomb yesterday. I didn't even know that. But 22 for 64, 344 average, 9 extra base hits, 4 home runs on the course of the season, 11% K rate. You could also look at him for walks, but um, over the course of the season, that's how he's looked, right? Pete Crow also has 4 bombs, but I'm more laser focused on Kyle Tucker because historically he has lefty splits. Okay, so it is what it is with that situation. As of late, last 3 weeks, Kyle Tucker 4 for 13 with a bomb. Whatever, man. Whatever, man. So Kyle Tucker, I like Kyle Tucker. I like a few lefties over there. The righties for St. Louis, if I like some, they slip my mind. I ain't gonna lie. So looking at Ben Brown here versus righties. Ben Brown's giving up 6 bombs. He's got a 300 average. Still got a 30%. Nope. Sorry, that was wrong. Looking at Ben Brahms, he got a 23% K rate with three bombs. I'll flick up his pitch mix, and then so this team they don't hit for a ton of power, right? Um, they don't hit for a ton of power, but we're gonna look and see what we've done for me lately. Trying to speed through this real quick. Hmm. Wilson Contreras. Hmm. Last 2 weeks. Hmm. Hmm. I can't, right? I mean, I don't know. I don't know, but that don't mean they're not gonna put up runs, right? I do bet on St. Louis sometimes. Just they going up against my Cubs. I don't know what's gonna happen here. Truth be told, I want to see what the lineup, what the line look like in this one. Probably it's 8.5 or maybe 7.5. But the weather is really nice, and we got a 9 right now. We got a 9 right now. I'm laying it down to two bats from each side, right? Suzuki, Tucker, um, Burleson, and I got him over here already. Suzuki, Tucker, Burleson, and Donovan, right? So now as for these last two games, um, I really liked James. Nothing. James looked good, bro. Straight up. Garcia looked good. And then you got Machado going up against a lefty. Anytime Machado's going up against a lefty, I'm gonna have some interest, right? So, I like those few guys right there. Couldn't figure out, couldn't figure out what I liked here versus the Angels game. I'm gonna like something, okay? I'm gonna like something, and I'm gonna skip that game for right now. Couldn't figure out. I never have any luck right there. But the Washington side, I think I like the Washington side here. Um, James, I like James. I like James for sure. James Wood. So looking at versus left-hand hitters, Kolik's giving up 5 bombs, walks a lot. Cape is not there, so um, we will we'll take a look at that real quick. Where he's throwing a fastball 34% of the time, 5 extra base hits, 3 home runs on that. Not going to filter out all that shit. I ain't finna lie. But one of his best splits here, James, man, batting 365, 23 extra base hits, 13 home runs, 20% barrel rate over the course of the season. Garcia, 13 extra base hits, 6 home runs, 12% barrel rate, 9% K rate for him, 11% K rate for Abrams, and James Wood with a 20% K rate right there. Um, bring it in a little bit. I'll say about right there. See what's been sustainable, and Garcia has been sustainable along with James Wood with with the barrel rates, and Josh Bell. He entered the chat with the barrel rates, and the strikeout rates is looking league averages or below. So Josh Bell, last month looking okay. His barrel there. James Woods' barrel was going up, and then Garcia's looking okay there. I mean, Nathaniel Lowe, he's got 4 bombs. He's been warm as of late. So we'll go to the last 2 weeks. And last 2 weeks, Nathaniel Lowe's got 4 bombs right there. Um, Bill, 7% K rate. Abrams, 4% K rate. 10% K rate for Ruiz. 9 for James Wood Garcia at 5. So that can be dangerous there. My God, this motherfucker James is batting 438 in the last 2 weeks there. Like, yeah, I mean, last month. So, yeah, man, I like these guys. I ain't gonna lie. I think it's a match made right there. It is what it is. What's up, OG? It's trying to get this chicken. It's James Wood is the real King James. Yeah, so I mean, goodness gracious, man, it looks really good there, straight up. Abrams, welcome, invited to the party. It's the lefties though. It's the lefties for me. So whether you're playing fantasy or whatever the case may be, you're gonna see them lefties in the lineups today. So it's gonna be hard for me to decipher who it's gonna be. You might gonna want to empty your pockets and stuff like that. We'll see what's gonna happen. Like I said, Kolek's giving up 5 bombs to lefties. It just don't look good for him right here, right? Don't look good. We'll see what's gonna happen. Hopefully Washington don't sell because I'll be betting on these guys, right? So we see what the deal is, right? Um, that's as far as I'm gonna go. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm not gonna go any farther than this. Uh, but like I said, Machado is definitely in play for me. Uh, my motherfucker said, I'm Stacker said it's wood or nothing. Yeah. So definitely that's what I'm looking at here. Um, Quick rundown here of how I view things, of what I've seen. Or I'll just tell you, right? I mean, so Haggerty, I mean, I couldn't talk you off a hit or something like that. Him leading off. These games start a little later today too. Um, Not my favorite game here to target a lot of stuff here. Man, don't watch out for Gary Sanchez. If he's in the lineup, you might be able to make a little noise. Couldn't talk off a hit, nothing like that for Gunnar Henderson. Still over under 9.5. The weather is here is fine. It's just sometimes I just can't. I'm not even an expert at this shit, man. I'm just here to help. Goldschmidt, probably my favorite bat here. I ain't even gonna lie. Versus lefties, hits all the way to a home run. Will I take him for a bomb today? Yes, in some sort form or fashion, but I'm definitely looking at his HRRs and stuff like that in this ballpark. I sprinkled on the over. I'm getting ready to sprinkle on the over for this full game. If I didn't take the over, did I take the over? Yeah, I took the over at 10. Last night. Um, Bellinger hits lefties. Okay, he's got lefty splits. Judge is Judge. Stanton can hit lefties, bro. Um, you can look at these guys for RBIs too. Now, don't forget that. Um, Matt McClain is interesting. Ellie De La Cruz is in play. I don't know how this Winans kid is going to be today, truthfully. Um, but I expect these guys, to put up runs here. I'm just don't know. Fraley's been hitting. Matt McClain was a wild card for me today, man. He's on like a 9-10 game hitting streak. So, it is what it is. Acuna is gonna be my guy here. Now the lefties here. If I rank them, Soto number one, Nemo number two, McNeil with that love for the fastball. I like him there. Lindor, he's in the mix. Swellenbach's pushing his worst versus lefties. On the road, his K percentage goes down a little bit. Um, I mean, I don't really target. Taylor's got a few bombs in the last month or 2 weeks versus this pitch mix of Rodriguez. Rodriguez giving up 5 hits or more, I think, in every game except for one. And all the games have been consecutive. Uh Carroll, Marte, Naylor, Suarez, versus a righty. It's just Shane Smith is just I don't normally target Shane Smith, but these motherfucking Diamondbacks are great versus righty. Um Crawford, Raleigh, Rosarina, I still give him the benefit of the doubt on the road. Canzone's been on fire. Keep an eye out on Solano, see if he's in the lineup. Um, really like Buxton here. Um, I really like Buxton here. Lefties can probably get a semi bump because Wu pitching is worse versus lefties. So don't rule out the lefties here, right? We got an over under 8.5 in this one. Fishy line. I probably won't mess with the total or nothing like that. But Buxton and Kyle Riley, my favorite bats, of course. Who doesn't know that? Warner, the power numbers are there. Larnick, I'm gonna keep it simple though. I'm gonna keep it simple. I sprinkled on the team total over for Mariners last night. I don't know if you're gonna like that or not, right? I was drinking a little bit last night too, so it could have been a drink. Um, yes, I like Soto over Alonso. Yes, I do. Alonso was in play, one swing of the bat, but uh, full body of work versus that pitch mix. I think it was the strikeouts. They you can't go. I don't think you can probably go wrong with neither one. Tucker, Suzuki, Donovan, Burleson. Right. I'm gonna leave it at that. I gotta look at this game, Boston game again, and the lefties, Abrams, top bat for me here be Woods. I have to go back and look at Machado, but Machado's still gonna be in play for me versus lefty either way it go. But Wood, Garcia, Lowe, Abrams, them boys been on one, man. They've been on one. They've been on one. So a quick, I didn't even put those guys up there. Um, Wood and those guys like that. But you know, if you want to look at something right there, I just flip that to you. I didn't put a lot of bats over here, so you can disregard that. I didn't put a lot of bats over here, but at the end of the day, those were the bats that I liked. I don't know if I'm gonna be betting any pitching today, but you know, peace out, man. Peace.